In this video we're going to be going through the resources within the shared Dropbox. Remember that terms and conditions do apply, and when you purchased the certified partner package you did actually agree to the terms and conditions of that sale. So before you've been allowed to attend the course today, and certainly before you are allowed access to any of our intellectual property, you've had to sign the non-disclosure agreement. Our Dropbox folder has taken months of hard work to put together, but in it you'll find everything that you need to run a successful weight management service. The link will have been emailed to you, but it's also available on the Facebook group, so please don't lose the email that you've been sent. The information is to support you running your business, and it must not be shared with any other clinic or practitioner outside of your practice. So let's spend some time now going through the magical Dropbox. So here we are in the shared files. So I'm going to go through. You can see there's quite a number of folders, so I hope you appreciate how long it's taken us to put together. So I'm going to go through each folder now. I'm sorry if you turn off, please feel free to come back to it. The first thing, and actually quite a new folder, is the training videos. Everything that's in here used to be covered in the afternoon of the session, but because we've extended more of the pharmacotherapy, and because we're now including Ozempic on the training, we've actually put these into little bite-sized videos. So for example, if you look at the CQC, this video is going to cover the somewhat emotive subject of CQC registration, but I certainly hope at the end of it you'll all have a very clear understanding. Okay, so gives you an idea. So everything is in there. They're just little ways of supporting the business. So talks about the clinic locations, Facebook group, insurance, pathology services, etc. So do watch all of those little videos. Most of them are just a few minutes long. This will by far be the longest video. The second folder in there are the recommended partners. So Primed Pharmacy, who would certainly recommend using for your aesthetic products, not just for your obesity products. Cosmetic Insure and Inspire to Outstand. So all of the information for any of your partners that you're looking for are all there. We've also put together a list of consumable items that you'll need. So it says here the height measuring tool, so just click on there and go and buy that. That's your height by Seca. Don't know what else is on there, the little ones that you stick on the wall. So depending on how much space you've got and how much money you want to spend. Weighing scales, they go from one extreme to another. You've got one that's looking at, if we go into English and look at the professional products, puts it into pounds. I don't know which one ours is. This one here, that's the one that we've got. But equally there are some great little devices here. This one is on Amazon at £72, which is nothing, more than capable of doing exactly what you need. So you get information there about the blood pressure cuff, and then some of the consumables you need, as your sharp spins, etc., if you're not going to get them from the pharmacy. Appointment paperwork in here as well. As you can appreciate, everything that we do is electronic, but if you're notifying GPs, we've got a standard template letter here that you can just put your information on about your patient, but telling or notifying your GP or the patient's GP about the prescription you've just made, but also information about recording details about your patient's visit. So you've got a continued assessment there of exactly what you've been doing for them. Okay, next we look at the British Dietetic Association. You've got some great food fact sheets on here. alcohol, healthy breakfast, fad diets, fluids, lots and lots of information. If you can find somewhere to put those on your website or give your patients access to them, then all well and good. Information in there about the pathology. This kind of tells you about your order of draw and how many times you actually have to invert it, but you've got your instructions on how to actually take your samples and where to send it, but as well you've got information about various different blood tests that you do and what you're looking for. Next, you've got some great resources from Cancer Research. They always allow you to download things. These can be just printed off in any sort of format or just used on your social media sites as well. A couple of care pathways in there. This one's from the NHS and this one's from the National Obesity Forum, but this one's really in depth as well, from the Canadian Obesity Network. The College of Contemporary Health has given, or on their website, there are a couple of dozen fact sheets that are really good. Gosh, they're just amazing, but feel free to download them. We have got written consent from them to be able to do that, so we're not doing anything untoward. We haven't taken away any of their logos and things, so they are actually getting all the credit if you are using those. And we've got permission to do so. Information from the CQC, so all of the various logos, the scope package itself, which you can also download from the website, but these are emails from the CQC, just talking about registration. Images and marketing, there's quite a few folders in here. You've got images for BMI, various different food images that you can use that always, I think, looks so nice. General images too about body image and things, so lots of information on there. You've also got logos, various logos here, and then for your designers, if you want to use them, there's an EPS file there, so a designer will be able to actually change anything in there should they want to. Saxenda images, the various images and the images of pens and boxes. And it just goes on and on. Social media posts, there's lots in there, but don't forget to, on your closed Facebook page, there's lots of posts that you can actually utilise from there. But Gemma's also put in here some of the testimonials that we get. Testimonials are really nice. Okay, so we've looked at some of the marketing there now. Matt touched on this earlier, but if you wanted to look in a little bit more detail about, when we get to it, where's the picture gone? There we go. The different drugs that will actually are prone to actually increasing weight, or they're not weight friendly, their common name, their proprietary brand name, and alternative drugs that you can prescribe, so that it's a little bit more weight friendly. There's a whole list of them. And that's in a PDF format and a pictorial format. Medication, the NICE guidelines, lots of bedtime reading. The significantly important one is the CG, which means Clinical Guidelines 189. So that's the identification, assessment and management of obesity. But there's many more if you fancy a bit of light bedtime reading. NOVO documents, there's various bits and pieces. This is the guide. You've had the copy of this, but you can actually put that onto your website. All of the information is in there for your patients to be able to dose themselves correctly, etc. And there's even some studies in there too from NOVO. Nutrition tips. Again, just nice things to have on your website or your social media, just things that you can actually utilise. Sorry, it's a bit boring. Some things on Ozempic. You've got images about the dosing escalation. these are the various package inserts for the 3 different doses. You've actually got the SPC itself there, some images of the pens, various different images that you can utilise. Not great quality those though, because I've had to just trawl the internet to get those, I'm afraid. Prescribing information, just lots and lots of information, or some off-label prescribing from the government. Oh, that one's not come through for some reason. See the little government header there, but we'll have to address that one. What else have we got in here? Nutrition, Ozempic. Royal College of Physicians, there's a nice document there about obesity, the guidelines that the physicians all follow. Readiness to change questionnaires. You'll know that we've actually now added this to the electronic consultation form, so you don't have to print those out and give them to your clients before they actually get seen by you. Saxenda again, lots of different documents in there. Sorry, it's a bit boring. Useful leaflets from the various different parties, the NHS, mostly. Eat Well guide and things. So lots for you to go through and actually have a look at. Little video for you in there as well that you can very happily share with your clients when you actually prescribe that for them. There's also information here about setting up a launch event. So you've got some pictures of invitations in there. You've got some posters of the same invitation in there as well. Social media posts the same, how to run your event. And then there's a little bit of a guide here as well. So how to do it and what the different steps and processes that you're kind of going to go through, just as ideas and suggestions on actually what you could do to make it a successful event. So I hope that's given you a little bit of an insight. It's been a whistle-stop tour, I know. There's lots and lots of folders for you to go through and try and digest, but I hope that's been useful.